Weather's real temperamental this morning. Raining, windy, the wind swirling when I was opening the gates on my way into this place. It's not staying in a consistent direction. It's going to make stalking really difficult. The gully I'm going into is quite protected though. There's sort of a track that contours around in it. Going to stick to that, try and stay out of the wind as much as I can. Hopefully the deer are down in the bases. See what happens though. I'll be doing a lot of glassing. Hopefully the rain doesn't ruin that for me too much. But Sambar and fallow both in this place, so hopefully I'm in for a good morning. Quite a few around. Yet to see any antler or palm, so I'm just letting these ones walk for now. I'll keep going around this ridge. If there's nothing around there, there's a track up just near where that last deer I filmed was, so I might try and get onto that and maybe take one of these ones I've just filmed. But for now I'm gonna keep looking, keep my options open. I just put up a buck at 40 yards. He's only little, but oh, there he is, just here. Yeah, I put him up at 40 yards. Would have been a perfect one for the bow, but unfortunately he knew I was there before I knew he was there. I'm just on the little ridge that I saw a few of the other deer on this morning. There was actually more than I thought. There was 3 in one group, one mob. But yeah, this buck was just under this tree up here. I tried having a small croak, but he wasn't real interested, so I'm just going to keep ducking around and see if I can catch up with him. And keep a lookout for more. As far as I'm concerned, if you get out enough, the opportunity for the big deer will come. Not that he was big by any means, but just by being out here looking for more animals, trying to get a more understanding of where they're coming out to feed and how to hunt the place. You know, I've spent years hunting these same properties, and every year I'm seeing different deer, different bucks, different stags, and it's just about getting out there more often. I don't use trail cameras. I've got one which has been on a place for a long time now. Probably been stolen, but it doesn't really bother me. I'd rather do the looking myself than have a trail camera out for me. I'm not after trophy heads. They're a bonus. I wouldn't say no to them, but I'm out here to hunt. And that means does, hinds, bucks, stags, doesn't really matter. As long as I'm out here hunting, using my instincts, that's what matters to me. They've milled around a bit. Luckily I've got a bit of time to get some footage. I sort of started unclipping my pack to get the rifle ready, but they didn't hang around long enough. I would have shot the buck if the opportunity arose, but they've come down here. So I'm going to head back along this sort of old farm track, just glass down, see if I can see them. Well, I got back in on them, but these winds aren't really helping my cause. They just swirled the whole time. They were just below me, probably 30 yards in the thick stuff, and as silent as my stalk was approaching them, the wind has just dropped down the base and they've taken off. So I'm going to keep going round. I might bump into the same mob, might bump into a different mob. I'll just see what happens. There's plenty of them out there, so who knows what could happen. Yeah, made my way around. Saw some fresh sign, but the wind was still a bit funny. Didn't see or hear anything, so I've just made my way back to the car. Pretty stuffed after quite the steep hill climb I had to do, but all in all, still a pretty good morning. Saw a lot of deer. Saw a couple of bucks, so they're only young, but they're still out there for another day. What I'm going to do is I'm still going to head up a bit further on this property and see if anything's out feeding up further. Chances are they won't be, but I'm going to have a drive up and have a look anyway. I won't be venturing too far from the car. I'll be more spot and stalk. If I see anything in the binos, you know, a K or under away, I'll probably have a stalk and see what happens, but otherwise I'll just save this place for the afternoon and hopefully tip one over in the afternoon. I'm just on my way into the property, and from a distance I could see the shape of a sambar up in that hillside there, so I've just stopped the car and got a bit of footage of him. He's just bedded down. Looks like a young spiker. Not quite sure what I want to do, whether I want to take it. Good meat off it. The other option is I could have a stalk with the bow. The fact that he's bedded down. Open country though, I don't know how I'd go. Getting within bow range. It's 4 PM now. So I'm either gonna have to stalk this one or go further. I'm gonna make a choice now, and I'm not real sure what I want to do. There's a spot just up further which this morning I checked out before I left, and it's got quite a few fresh shrubs. So, I'm not quite sure what to do, but I'm going to decide in a minute. I'm going to get my rifle set up, get the bow out of the car probably, and while I'm doing that I'll make up my mind and you'll find out along the way. Well, I'm making a move on this Sambar with the bow. It's still bedded. I'm just sort of trying to keep some trees in between me and it for my stalk, because it is in very, very open country and I haven't got much room to mess up. Well, the young stag had different ideas. Wasn't real keen for me to get too close with the bow. I got to probably 90 yards and I couldn't see him, but the wind was swirling a little bit and he's got up, and as you would have seen, he's gone over the ridge. But pretty happy. A little bit of silhouette footage, and I've still got about an hour and a half of light left to pursue something else, so I'm really hoping to tip something over today. This will be my last hunt with the G30. It's going back to Canon, hopefully to be repaired, and I've got a 600D which should be in the mail tomorrow, so I'll be using the 600D to film my hunts while the G30 is out of action. On the way in, I saw a young fallow, which I'll just throw into the video now for you to have a look at. Now, I'm not going to lie, it was quite tempting to take that animal for meat, especially so early in the hunt. I could have taken it, boned it out, got it in me meat bags and kept hunting. But I really wanted to get this spot early. There's a lot of country to glass and I know there's some stags out and about, so Sambar take priority today. Well, this afternoon I should say. Fallow were on the menu this morning, but they outdid me. But anyway, I'm nearly back at the car, so I'm going to get rid of the bow and work on getting a deer with the rifle. Well, to say the wind is absolutely terrible would be an understatement. The section of fringe country I wanted to sit on, which I am sitting on now, the wind turned and it's just blown straight up the gullies. There's two of the gullies here, so the wind's gone up both of them. Bit of a bummer, but that's just hunting. So I've probably got maybe 50 minutes of light left roughly. So I'm going to head up a little bit higher and just glass another gully that's a little bit over to my right, and hopefully something's out. But after the wind gusts that were just happening, I don't think anything's going to come out of here. So or not, there's a sambar hind just feeding out now. I think I just hit the jackpot. I can see maybe 3-4 deer now. No bone yet, but I'll be keeping a very, very close eye on it. Filming is really, really difficult without the working screen on the G30. Trying to find them in the viewfinder is incredibly hard, especially, you know, nearing last light. But the shot felt good. It was about 100 yards, angling uphill. So I've left my backpack back up there. I'll go back and get it and get the headlamp and go up to the point of impact. Well, short and steep, short and sweet. This Sam is just up here. The shot site was just down here, and she's made it. Oh, not very far at all. Not very far at all. She's just here. I know. It's a spiker. Well, there you go. I thought it was a hind, but here it is. He's going to be good eating that one. Here's a spiker I just shot. That there's the exit hole from a 225 grain TTSX. So my first shot, or the entry hole, has come in the front shoulder and raked out at the back of the rib cage on the offside. This deer probably ran 10 yards tops, not even that. He's quite a young spiker. He's just got velvet spikes coming up. And I'm actually pretty happy that it was a spiker and not a hind. The older hinds keep the stags in the area, so there's big ones out there. There's a lot of fresh rubs, and obviously this one's not the one that's been rubbing them. That's what led me to this spot this morning. I saw all the fresh rubs and there was a bit of fresh deer shit, so I thought I'd come back on the afternoon and wait on the opposite face, just glass. And I thought the wind had done me in, but it must have gone up the other gully, and this gully's just been left alone and they've come out. And I filmed that hind at the start, and these guys have followed. We're just on an old farm track here. It's got logs and stuff all over the road, but it'll be a little bit nicer carrying it out. The car's roughly 900 metres away, so won't be too bad a carry out. But anyway, I'm going to get some photos. Alright, back strap's done. All done. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see it there, but this is how easy the Paladin meat bags are to carry 2 legs and 2 back straps out. You know, big Sambar and I've got it just slung over my shoulder. Nut, like these arms are still free, holding the camera in one hand, lens cap in the other, but they're just a really good idea. So if you are having problems carrying out deer, I can certainly recommend checking these things out, because they've made my life so much easier the last few deer I've shot since I've had them. Anyway, I'm gonna get my way back to the car. It's nice and dark and it's starting to rain.